Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Anime Lounge podcast. I'm your host, Matt, alongside with Lance. As always, we are brought to you by The Anime Show. Make sure to go check out their Facebook and Instagram page and keep up with all awesome anime content that they post. As always, we have an adult beverage of choice. It's kind of late. This is a bonus episode, so we're just going to drink something a little lighter. And, of course, I've got a spotted cow. What about you, Lance?
Today I'm going to be drinking a new Glarus, or a super German Weizen Doppelbock. It's pretty good. That's okay. It's not amazing, but it's a beer.
Yes, it is. For our listeners, as I said, this is a bonus episode. There's going to be spoilers. Not going to say a lot of spoilers, but 100% spoilers because, as our title says, we are going to be covering the pseudo movie-esque thing that they were showing in theaters. Not a movie, just an
early drop. That's all it is.
Yeah, we paid to go watch Demon Slayer early. And as of the 3rd of March, it's about a month, about 5 weeks early. I think it's when it comes out, April 10th.
Oh yeah.
So about 5 weeks.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yep.
I was expecting to see a little bit more content. I know you looked into a little bit more of what we were going to be seeing beforehand. And just so everyone's on the same page, this fake movie that's in theaters is going to be the final 2 episodes of the entertainment arc. So when we're fighting Gyotaro,
yes.
And his sister Daki, and that awesome fight.
Yep.
And how they die, and we get to see all the childhood things come back up to life, and how they defeated this upper 6.
A refresh of the last 2 episodes, yeah.
Right. And it was literally both episodes, full length, both episodes.
Opening credits, closing credits, full episodes.
Exactly. And then after that, we get the first episode of the new season, which is an extended episode, which was really nice, which kind of seems to be a little bit of a theme that's going on with Demon Slayer. I think the first episode of the new season tends to be a little bit longer, because I think the first episode of the entertainment arc was also an extended episode, wasn't it?
That I'm not 100% sure of. Give me a second and I can find out, though.
Oh yeah, so if anybody wants to go see this movie and skip everything that you already know, like I said, you get a recap of the final 2 episodes. If you want to, just fucking show up 40 minutes late to this movie, because you're not missing anything. It was totally awesome seeing the first episode of this new season, and fuck, they leave you on such a cliffhanger. Like I was like, Matt, you told me we were going to watch 2 episodes, right? So we're going to see what happens next. But no, we see essentially 2 episodes because it's an extended episode.
Yes. It's an extended episode, just like season 2, as you thought. The Entertainment District arc was 46 minutes, the first episode. So yeah, I guess that's just their forte for season 1. Excuse me, episode 1, not season 1.
I guess it kind of takes place because the entertainment arc was, 11 episodes, but with the extended episode, it's basically 12.
Yep.
So it's kind of like some stupid loophole or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can go with that. If that's how you wanted to call it. Mm-hmm. Sure. I wish they would give you, 12 episodes and then episode 1 being essentially 2, but whatever.
Right. Just a little bit more content.
Yeah. And I'm not complaining because it does such a good job breaking down each season as an arc.
Oh, yeah. And I'm totally on board with it.
So it's very well done. Loving everything so far. I guess there's nothing really to say that we haven't said already. So not really going to cover essentially the first half of the movie, quote unquote movie. And I mean, the more people do these things where, yes, you're only going to see the episode early, the more people do it, the more we're going to get stuff like this.
Right.
The more movies that are going to be able to be shown. Because I mean, you and I watched the Dragon Ball superhero movie, and I know there's been some other movies. There's Sword Art Online, which unfortunately we didn't go see. I wanted to, just, life got in the way.
Right, but it'll come around.
Yep.
I'm sure Crunchyroll will get access soon enough and we'll watch it there.
Yeah, definitely. So it's just, the more we support it, the more they're going to do this stuff for us as viewers. So I'm not really complaining. I'll spend the little bit of money that it was to actually go see the movie or see the episode early.
Right. So without further ado, let's just start talking about what this very first episode of essentially season 3. Before I get too far, is this technically season 3? Or is this going to be season 2 core 3? Because
Nope. This will be season 3.
Okay, that's cool. So season 3. So this episode starts basically with how season 2 ends, or that's when Akaza is like summoned to that like upside down world that used to be. What's that world called? Was it called like
Oh, you're talking about his the infinity, not the infinity. Is it the infinity?
Something infinity, something like that, yeah. But anyway, yeah, the place where everybody gets summoned, where they're having their little meetings, and all the top 5 moons get summoned there. And the first one to show up, like I was saying, was number 3, Akaza. And then we get introduced to the other 4. And just to give out their names, we run into number 4 himself, Han Tengu, who looked like this trolly looking dude. He was super like scared and frightened by everybody.
Yep.
So he was really weird, almost annoying, but still interesting enough. Like, if obviously he's super powerful, so he's there for a reason.
Yep.
And then, well, to go in order, number 3, Akaza, which we all know he's the guy from Muzan, or from
Mugen Train.
Mugen Train, thank you.
Basically, we've seen him a couple times in season 2 already.
Mm-hmm. And then number 2 is Doma. And Doma was also the guy that you saw at the end of the entertainment arc when Gyutaro was still a kid and he's holding his burnt sister. And then that white-haired demon comes up and wants to offer to turn him into a demon. That guy is the number 2.
Yep.
And they also give glimpses into the number 1 guy, who is Koku Shibo.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, a little bit of a mouthful. And all these guys are very interesting. And they're all summoned because Muzan wants to share the information with everybody that number 6 is dead. And everybody needs to step up their game because everybody's sucking ass. And he's wondering why he even has his underlings to begin with.
Yep, they're all pitiful disgraces, essentially. So, it is the Infinity Castle, by the way.
Okay.
And from watching this, do you have a upper moon that you're most interested in?
I am interested in 2 of them.
Okay, give me the one you're most interested in.
The one I'm going to be most interested in is we're going to be super basic, and it's going to be the number 1, the top guy.
Okay.
And that's Koku Shibo.
Okay.
And that's mostly because he looks like Tanjiro's father / ancestor.
Okay.
Dude's got Tanjiro's long hair style looking, and there's some flashbacks. He was wearing the Hanafuda earrings, wasn't he? I'm pretty sure he was in Tanjiro's dream, at least.
No, he is not wearing the Hanafuda earrings.
Oh, he's not?
No, he does not.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, he still has the hair that resembles him, and it makes me think that there's going to be some kind of connection between his Tanjiro's family line somehow and...
That would make sense. It would make a lot of sense.
This number 1 guy. And, of course, he's number 1, and he's going to be number 1 for a reason, and I want to see how powerful he can be. And
without giving it away, we do get a glimpse of it, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So, can't wait to see more of him. I would agree with you on that one. For me, man, can it be anybody else but Doma?
Yeah, Doma was going to be the second guy that I would be interested in.
Just because you see him at the end of the season and you're just like, what is up with this guy?
Mm-hmm.
And he's super intriguing. He looks, compared to Akaza, he almost looks the most human.
Yep, I was thinking that too.
So it'll be I'm very intrigued by Doma.
Oh yeah. And he's got like a super nice personality. He's got these beautiful eyes.
Yes, his eyes are so awesome.
And when we see him again, like getting like yeeted away from the meeting, he shows up and he's I don't know what he owns this little not a shop. He owns this.
Well, we're honestly don't know what he owns. We just know that he comes to a house and somebody interacts with him.
That's true. Yeah, but then he puts on a hat to make him seem a little bit more important. And then he's got someone, he's going to have a meeting with somebody. So
So that'll be really cool to see. Can't wait to see more of him. He is crazy. His personality is insane, and I can't wait.
Totally digging everything about him. I like that quirky person who's always like super happy and confident enough to be like, yeah, I can still murk anything.
Yeah, so. He's definitely that one. Also, I mean, when it comes to Akaza.
Oh, shit. I totally forgot to mention number 5, Gyoko. Whoops. Well, just for the viewers, Gyoko is another one of the listeners, or Gyoko is another one of the top moon. He's got like these mouths where his eyes should be, and then where his mouth should be is an eye, and where your typical third eye is where his second eye is. So, and he comes out of a pot, and he's got like multiple arms like on his neck. He's a very interestingly drawn character.
I will say I'm super interested in him. And the best part is we're going to know about him. Like, we're going to find out.
Oh, yeah, because he was in the opening credit scene or ending credit scene or something like that, wasn't he?
Well, besides that, it's more of watching the first episode. You can basically assume he's going to be the enemy for the season.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can also probably say he's number 5. And if we just got done taking out number 6, maybe we'll probably go in order and go to 5.
Yeah, maybe. So it's the Upper Moon are really cool, and it'll be interesting to see more of their backstories because, well, you know, Demon Slayer definitely likes to play on your heartstrings and make you feel for the bad guys.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I think the only one we're not going to feel bad for is Kibutsuji.
Probably.
But everybody else are going to be like, man, if only.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it's really well done. And then the other parts of this is after the fight, Tanjiro needs to recover. So he goes to the namesake of the season, the Swordsmith village. And who does he run into but the love Hashira, Mitsuri. All I'll say without giving it away is we'll say a certain group of individuals' favorite scene will be in this.
Oh, yeah, right
in
away.
The beginning. So get that knocked out of the way. They do add some comedic value to it later on. Not really going to talk about it. Just it is there for anybody that is actually concerned about it. Mm-hmm. The other individual that we get to see is Genya, which we get some super cool information and find out that he is Sanemi's younger brother.
Right. And Sanemi is the Wind Hashira, just to put that in perspective. So
similar personalities, similar facial features. Yep. So it kind of makes sense. You're just like, oh, shit. Okay, yeah. Which we had to look it up because I didn't remember who's... it's Shinazugawa.
Shinazugawa.
Yeah. They say his last name, and you're just like, wait, what? Who is that? You know it's somebody important. You're just like, I don't remember who they're talking about, though. Mm-hmm.
But we do recognize him in the episode, at least, because he's got the mohawk, and we recognize him from the final selection.
Yep.
From him at season 1. And he's the guy that he's just cold, and he's just trying to work his way to the top.
Yeah. So you get to see him, and the reason why Tanjiro is in this village is essentially to get his sword fixed from the fight with Gyutaro.
Right. Yeah, his Nichiren. Tanjiro just explained that it just got all chipped up. It's really not usable anymore. Mm-hmm. And there's a comedic value in how he's afraid of his blacksmith because dude's always super aggressive and mad about having to fix Tanjiro's swords. So,
I can understand that one.
But it was really funny back in the previous episodes where he's chasing Tanjiro around. But yes. So Tanjiro goes to the village. Really interesting way on how he gets to the village. Let you guys watch that for yourselves. It's cool. But he's at this village and he's just hanging around, waiting for his blacksmith to return, healing because he still needs to recover.
Yep. So full recovery in this. But then, of course, Mitsuri is like, hey, I know of a way to get stronger. So, of course, Tanjiro is going to try it. And it's looking forward to seeing more of that. At the end of the episode, you get to see Muichiro.
The Mist Hashira.
Yes. Very interesting circumstances. Not going to say it, but it gave me a pause being like, wait, what is happening right now? So I can't wait for April to come around. I know I'm going to rewatch this. Even subbed, I'll rewatch it again because I was so excited. The artwork and CGI for this made me feel, especially in the beginning, like I was legitimately watching a movie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even though we were just watching literally what's going to be the first episode, it still felt super movie quality.
Yes. 100% worth the money spent watching this in theaters.
Just to get a little bit of a early preview. Yeah,
yep.
It's a kind of a cool feeling. I thought you were going to cough. It just feels like you're part of that special crew.
Yeah, almost a sold-out theater, so that was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. And we did have to watch it in Japanese, which is totally fine, because I think Matt and I both prefer the Japanese voices over the English voices.
They almost suit the characters better. Not saying that the dubbed voice actors and actresses aren't good, but it's just, you get that, I don't know, I just liked it better.
I think the comedy hits a lot harder in Japanese than it does in English.
Yeah, I can see that. Just the pitches of their voices when it comes to like Inosuke and Zenitsu. Just those voices are hard.
Yeah, they're super unique.
So I kind of get it.
Yeah.
But before we go, since, this is the start of the season, anything you're looking forward to as far as the rest of season 3?
This episode started really nicely, like introducing a bunch of Hashira to begin with. So I'm really interested in seeing how everyone's going to play together. And I'm wondering if they're going to introduce like everybody. Because I know we did get a good sample of, I guess honestly, the only two actual Hashira that showed up was Mitsuri and Wichiro. But like, we got the Stone Hashira still hanging around somewhere, and Gyu Tomioka, the Water Hashira, dude hasn't been around in a long time.
Yep, so not since season 1.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's going on with him. So I guess I would like to see them sprinkled in somewhere, because I am also kind of expecting the upper 5 to, move forward a little bit more. I know, like we were saying, at least number 5, Gyokuko, make an appearance, and maybe we'll have 2 Hashira with our team fight him. And then I also kind of think Akaza needs to make another appearance, because if he showed an appearance all the way back in the train arc, and he's making an appearance now, is he going to be sprinkled in again? Because
maybe
he's got a grudge that we come to learn. And I want to see a little bit more of that be like fleshed out or brought into focus or something.
That makes sense. Yeah, because we also really haven't gotten too much of Senemi, which is the Wind Hashira. Because we haven't really seen him since he attacked Tanjiro. And then Obanai, we saw basically giving Tengen crap for barely winning.
Yeah, and Obanai is the snake Hashira, or the serpent Hashira, the guy that has the snakes.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see about them. I don't know if we're going to, like basically the last 3, I don't know if we're going to just...
It would be a lot to just throw in, like, to expect all of the Hashira to make an appearance in this season.
Yeah.
Because Demon Slayer's been doing a good job on spacing everything out and making everything still stay just as interesting, even without the full cast.
Yeah, because they kind of let everybody get their due by introducing them and then making us kind of fall for all the characters. And you're like, we'll kill this one. We'll mortally injure this one.
Right.
We'll make you think that this is going to happen. You're just like, oh, man, come on. So that it's very well done. I can't wait. As far as season 3 for me, I want to see the secret thing that Mitsuri told the Tanjiro, and then I want to see the Upper Moon. I want to see their powers because they're super cool. Gitaro's was super out of left field, and Blood Demon powers just really seem very unique and really cool. So I can't wait to see the rest of the Upper Moon's abilities.
Oh, yeah. You can only imagine.
Do you think Nezuko anything's going to happen with her? As far as, like, you think she's going to be stronger? You think...
In this season?
Yeah. Because she got a little bit of strength. She learned some abilities in season 2. You think they're going to make use of any of that ability? Or think it's just going to kind of be a one-off?
I want to say yes, because as most stories progress, everybody gets a little bit better. I can't imagine how, but at the same time, we saw her getting better in the middle of the fight with Daki, and that was fucking amazing. Totally unexpected.
Yeah, right.
And I guess I would like to imagine that something else unexpected would come into play. I mean, we saw that she has the poison healing abilities, where she burns the poison out of people.
Yep.
We saw in the last season that her blood coagulates and keeps her body together when it gets chopped up, and
apparently.
So what else can this chick do?
This is a question I saw online somewhere. As far as power is concerned, do you think she would be, if she were a bad person, demon, do you think she would have replaced the upper six? You think that's her power, or you think she's stronger than that?
Nezuko?
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe not the upper six right now.
Okay.
Maybe she could be 6 since Gyutaro's gone.
Yep.
But I think I would definitely place her in the 12 Kizuki for sure.
Okay.
But as of right now, not knowing the full extent, I mean, she was whooping on Daki's ass, no problem.
That's true.
So maybe, okay, yeah. So yeah, she was stronger than Daki. So maybe top 6.
Okay. So you think 6 then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In the least, I mean, at the very least.
Okay. I would.
I mean, I know you're kind of spoiled, but
just from what we know, she was on par with Daki, and if she was actually fighting as her full-fledged demon, I could see her probably being in line with Gyutaro. So I could see her being 6. Mm-hmm. That would make sense. Because I feel like she would be stronger than Enmu, who was the essentially train.
Oh.
Which was the lower one, so the top-ranked lower demon.
So number 7, essentially?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd probably say that's 6 is a good number for her.
Yeah.
If she ever was evil, anyway.
Yeah, the what ifs.
Yeah.
And I think before we continue any further, and let's not spoil anything more, so I think that will be a good stopping point for this episode.
Okay.
So, thanks again for tuning in to another episode of the Anime Lounge podcast. We are brought to you by the Anime Show. Make sure to go give them a follow. Their link will be in our details, so go find it there. Also, check out our affiliate, Right Place Anime. If you want any anime merch, check them out. They got it. They're awesome. We got some. We know they're good. Please make sure to subscribe and review. Make sure to give us a rating on any kind of platform that you're listening to us on, because it helps us tremendously. And until next time, we'll see you guys next week.
Have a go.
Need a little more spandex in your life? Tune into RangerCast, the first podcast devoted to Power Rangers and other Japanese superheroes. After 10 years adrift in a space dumpster, we are back with news, reviews, and special guests. Teleport to rangercast.net or summon us from your favorite podcast app. RangerCast is the most more phenomenal podcast on the web.
Hello, dear listeners. Do you enjoy playing video games with your best friends? Then I have the pod for you. I'm Philip, host of the Gaming Together, a cooperative podcast. Each week, my co-host Nave and I break down a cooperative experience in gaming, and we are always looking for new co-op partners to join us. So come play with us on the Gaming Together podcast.
So I'm standing over this toilet taking a piss, and I'm playing my Pokemon, and I dropped it in the toilet. I remember the Game Boy just tumbling into water. And I remember screaming for my mom, trying to get this Game Boy
Wait,
out.
how old were you?
And she yelled at me.
Oh
I was
my
just,
god.
like, traumatized. I was like, no, my Pokemon.
That's Gaming Together, a cooperative podcast. Come on down, co-op partners.